Well, welcome back to the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. We now have a ceiling up here. All the collar ties are in. I've also tied into the dormer, so I've got a straight section across. When the time comes, I can strap this if I ever want to finish it. That's all tied in. And the same thing back here. I brought it down and tied everything in to that dormer as well. So we are down to our last section of framing up here, and that is these walls here, that wall and that wall. But I think I'm going to do something a little different here. I think I may have noted that in an earlier video. Instead of having a ceiling all the way up to here to all the way down there, which is going to be close to 15 feet, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to step up here 4 feet, put a false ceiling, and this will be a platform where I can store stuff, and I'll bring it over and then take it back up. So I'll have kind of a wall there, because I don't need that much space. Plus it'll allow me to insulate well. I can put actually almost like 2x10, like a mini floor here, or double 2x6 or something like that, and I can get lots of insulation for that stairwell, because right now the only place it's going to be heated is the stairwell itself. This will not be heated up here. So I'm getting ready to do a little bit of work on that. Set up. Okay, it's the next day. I decided to actually build a short wall over 4 feet, and then we're going to step up. So there's 2 shelves here. So it's not so high. So, for example, my kids can't reach up to set stuff up on it. So that's what we're doing. Okay, I have got the floor of this framed. I had a piece of the flooring I was using here on the floor left over, so I put it up here. I've got a 2x10 thickness so I can insulate this. I'll be insulating the walls because that stairwell is what's heated for now. So I'm just getting ready to screw this down, and then I'm going to build it up and put another shelf here. Okay, I'm coming to completion of this. Show you what I did. This is about 30, just give me a second here. About 42 inches off the floor. So that is a 42 inch by roughly 42 inches square, maybe close to 4 feet. 46 by 46, I guess, roughly. Great place to store suitcases and stuff. And then I stepped up about another 18 inches, put on another shelf, about 30 inches wide, give or take, 26 or 28 inches wide. I guess it's close to 28 and a half. So the only thing I have left is to build the end wall in here for insulating purposes. So when you kind of step down the stairwell, I've got those two steps. I think originally I was thinking, well, maybe I would just put a slope from that point to that point, but I guess there's really no reason why I would need to do that. I find crack filling corners just about as easy as doing an angle. So, and then there's this one here. So there'll end up being a light up in here, and then probably a light up here. Oh goodness! Watch where I step. A light up here someplace. I'll just step back and show you from another angle. So I've got that little bit of a ceiling, and then it goes into the slope. Now there's not going to be a lot of insulation on that slope. It's about 28, 30 inches. I'll get a 6-inch R20 in there, but it is what it is. That's the only place where I've got not a lot of insulation. Here I was using 2x10 specifically so I can get R30 in, so I can get 9-inch bats in those two areas there, because the heat has a tendency to go straight up, rise more so than anything. So that's going to have R20 up here. I can get R20 eventually if I wanted to insulate that, which I will have to do the first little section. But the walls are R12, typical 2x4 construction on the inside. On the outside, of course, I use 2x6 on everything. This is inside, so it's kind of more dead air as opposed to wind and stuff blowing in here. So I am getting there. Hopefully another hour or two I should be done the attic and able to move on to the back deck. So I'll bring you along for a little bit of that wall framing in a minute. Well, let the drum roll go. I think I'm done the framing up here. I went ahead and took the routed all these edges, smoothed them so we get this focused in here, rounded them over, belt sanded this, routed this, just so we wouldn't get slivers. But this should allow me to insulate this whole area now on the stairwell. Got that end wall in. Of course, everything has to be wired. That's a job that's coming up this winter, Lord willing. But I've got two nice storage areas, reclaimed all of that area above that would just been up in the stairwell. That would be dead air to heat. Now I've got places to store stuff. I've got everything complete. Obviously there's more work. If I was to finish up here, I would have to make a decision of whether I would spray foam these slopes in order to get enough R value in here. But that's for a time down the road. We have got a nice room up here. There's no question. Good storage area. Once we get it all swept out, we've got a nice place to work. If you ever wanted to make anything out of this, so studio or whatnot. So I think I'm going to sign off. It's 5 o'clock. I am going to do maybe a little bit of strapping downstairs. I haven't decided. It's been a long week. Trying to get back into the groove of things when you're working your day job. It's not always easy. So, but another job is complete. Another one off the checklist. This one is ready to. Everything up here is ready for mechanical wiring and whatnot. Obviously, over in that area there, there's going to be a furnace set. So that's going to take up some space. And I understood that was going to be the situation. So that's what this room is for. Mechanical and whatever storage I can get out of it. It's just that once you get a floor in here and all the walls in, you're like, hey, now we can make a room out of it, to finish it. But anyway, that's maybe someday down the road. But appreciate you joining me today for the finishing of the stairwell, finishing of the attic, that milestone. Be looking forward to videos dealing with the back deck and the chimney. Those are the things hopefully next week I'm going to get at. So be looking forward to those. And so until then, as always, you have a great day.